My name is Jason O'Reilly. I'm the Managing Director here over at CyberOne Solutions and a proud dad of 3 children. Thank you for joining us as we look at parent tips for online safety. We've seen the explosion of the internet and also the explosion of digital devices. We even call it now the digital age. The team have put together some very core tips for you as a parent to help your children be safe online, and most importantly, provide them with that critical thinking that they need to think about when engaging with this powerful thing called the internet. Our first tip is establish open communication. It is so important that your children feel that there is a safe place to go should they experience anything that makes them feel uncomfortable on the internet. And most importantly, that they can come to you without judgment. Tip number 2, set very clear boundaries. The internet is a wide world. It is so important that we set those rules and those boundaries. For example, things like age-appropriate content, setting those policies. Also, things like time limits, ensuring that they spend quality time not only on the internet doing the things they need to do, but also spending time with the family. I would also suggest in tip number 3 that we educate them on privacy. All too often we see children too happy to share their information with, in many cases, unknown strangers. It is so important that we explain those risks to them, and by sharing that information, what it is that they enable those people to do. Tip number 4, monitor those online activities. It's okay to pop in every now and then and understand what your child is doing, who are they engaging with, what are those friends doing, and most importantly, what kind of platforms they are. Educate yourself to understand exactly what they're engaging with. The power you will understand once you have done that. Tip number 5, those parental controls. Every single application today comes out with parental controls. Unfortunately, in our experience, many parents don't enable them and they're at default. So definitely make sure that you access those settings to manage screen time, most importantly to filter out content, and put a little bit more boundary on that application that they're accessing. Tip number 6, enable critical thinking. One of the things that we know as parents that we have to do is, 1, I discussed how to identify the potential threats that we see, and then most importantly, how to avoid those online dangers. If you're unsure, the team are here to help. And most importantly, we ask that you engage with our online community as well as share your tips and experiences. So just to recap, tip number 1, establish open communication. Tip number 2, set very clear boundaries. Tip number 3, educate them on privacy. Tip number 4, monitor those online activities. Tip number 5, use parental controls. And tip number 6, encourage critical thinking. Thank you for watching. Remember, by working together, we can create a safer online environment for our children. But it is important that you engage. It is important that you help them understand that you care and you're there to ensure that they have a safe experience. Thank you. We look forward to chatting soon.